As you may have heard, Grayscale, crypto mega investment giant basically, they just listed 3 Solana ecosystem coins in their under consideration list. That's a really big deal. Obviously, it's huge news for Solana, and it's not the first time that Grayscale has shown active interest in altcoins. Back in August of this year, for example, they launched the Grayscale SUI, S-U-I Trust, with near perfect timing because since then, that project, SUI, has pumped 300% with a nice 20% pump in October. It really is important to follow the smart money, not to follow them blindly, no matter what they do, but to understand their motivations, to research what it is they're doing in the hopes of gaining more information for your own strategy. Grayscale certainly represents the smart money, and so today we're going to deep dive into those 3 Solana ecosystem coins that they've highlighted, that they're excited about. We're going to break down and analyze specifically how we feel these 3 projects will do in this crypto bull run. Welcome one and all to the channel. My name is Maddie and this is Altcoin Buzz. All the best of luck as always if you choose to invest. I genuinely wish you well. But put that aside, be objective and understand that I am not a financial or investment advisor. And as such, I just want you to remember that this video is not official financial or investment advice. Have you checked out our new trading section in Discord yet? Because starting this week, we now have a dedicated trading section to discuss all things altcoins and technical analysis. And on top of that, our very own Cody is giving his personal trading setups that he's actually taking in real time that you can follow along with, as well as educational videos to help you get started with trading. If you're not a trader, don't worry. We have sections on Bitcoin, altcoins, gaming, and NFTs as well. It's all for free. Join us in Discord today. Check out the link in the description below. All right, and to begin with here at number 1, the first of those 3 Solana ecosystem coins that Grayscale is hyped about is Jupiter, ticker JUP. Jupiter is a decentralized exchange aggregator, and so their job is effectively to help users find the best token prices across multiple different platforms, kind of like a kayak or an Expedia, if you will, of the crypto world. And that ensures that users get the most value, right? Jupiter is a pretty big deal within Solana and currently handles the highest trading volume of all Solana exchanges. That's according to DappRadar here. They've also been trending lately within the Solana ecosystem. And that's because they play a very important role in terms of how effective DeFi is on Solana. Jupiter streamlines trading and asset management on Solana, which is really important as Solana continues to expand, of course. The numbers also testify here to Jupiter's importance within the ecosystem. Just this month, for example, Jupiter generated over $3.38 million in fees and secured $1.57 billion in total value locked, TVL. Another reason why they have the spotlight on them right now is their system of sharing fees with their community. Some believe that JUP has actually the potential to rival Uniswap in the long run. They've also noticed a lot of exciting activities within the Jupiter community. They recently, for example, extended their active staking rewards program for another year. And this reflects their commitment to rewarding their community. They're actually very good at that. Now, the question is whether or not JUP is worth holding. And if so, what kind of potential it offers. Well, we actually saw some very positive response to the news of Grayscale listing JUP as a possible investment option. JUP surged by over 10% shortly after that, after the news hit. And we know how large asset managers like Grayscale can bring the spotlight on projects. This was certainly an example of that. But at the end of the day, it's only under consideration, right? Nothing here is set in stone, but it does make sense that you keep an eye on JUP because, of course, if Grayscale does indeed decide to back JUP and to hold it, that could attract major institutional investors and you ought to be ready to take action if that's part of your strategy. But besides that, Jupiter is also one of the bedrocks for Solana's growth, kind of independently of Grayscale. The Grayscale boost is nice, has been nice, will be nice if they commit to this project. But even if that's not the case, this is still a super important project when it comes to Solana. And we expect Solana to really continue actually to go crazy during this bull run. If that happens, and we have every reason to believe that it will, then Jupiter will certainly increase and surge in price as well. Really, Jupiter is a high potential gem for two reasons. I mentioned it right off the bat, Grayscale's potential backing, but again, more importantly, number two, its role within Solana. This Altcoin Buzz Spotlight video is sponsored by Rootstock. Do you know that the oldest and one of the biggest Bitcoin Layer 2 networks now has a DAO? It can now go fully decentralized and community-based. I'm talking about Rootstock and the Rootstock Collective, which is the first DAO to launch on Rootstock, the longest running Bitcoin sidechain. It started all the way back in 2018, making Rootstock the oldest Bitcoin Layer 2 solution, bar none. And for years, people have been building out their Bitcoin ecosystem apps using RIF, or the Rootstock Infrastructure Framework, and its native RIF token. The new Rootstock Collective DAO means full decentralization, and all decisions will come from the community. It is a huge advance in Bitcoin L2 decentralization. And to celebrate, there are 3 new quests going on right now on Galaxy. Check them out today, and you can win part of $17,000 in prizes while also learning about the Rootstock Collective. For more information, click on the link that you can find in the description of this video below. Next up here, and at number 2 on our list of Grayscale Solana ecosystem considerations, is PYTH Network. PYTH. This is a financial oracle network, and these guys really play one of the most important jobs in blockchain. PYTH is what's known as a real-time data provider, and they provide that data for over 70 blockchains. Now, just like every oracle, PYTH delivers accurate and secure market data from exchanges, also market makers and financial services. PYTH is currently the second largest oracle by market cap, actually right behind Chainlink. But what really sets PYTH apart is its focus specifically on financial data. While, the other oracles that you see here in this list, they tend to cover all sorts of data. Again, by contrast, PYTH zeroes in on the financial sector. PYTH ensures smart contracts get reliable and updated financial data. They cover everything from digital assets to equities, ETFs, Forex, even commodities. Over 400 apps currently use PYTH data. These include lending platforms, derivatives, DEXs, and a whole bunch of others. And PYTH's biggest flex right now in the space is that it gets its data directly from exchanges and financial institutions, not third-party aggregators like CoinGecko or CoinMarketCap. That's actually a big deal in terms of accuracy and speed of getting that data. We already have some major financial institutions that are partnering with PYTH, that are using its services. Big names. I'm talking about Jane Street here, Binance, OKX, CBOE, and Bybit. They all contribute data directly on PYTH. We have also been following their community, which is buzzing right now with lots of updates. One of the major excitement points here is for the PYTH holders, PYTH. The new Oracle Integrity Staking has stirred excitement among those token holders. And for good reason, because you can now stake your PYTH tokens and earn rewards while also taking part in governance. So far, over 700,000 PYTH have been distributed as rewards. If we look at the last 30 days of PYTH performance, it's surged by about 20% actually, a little bit more than that at the time of this recording. Again, at least in part, that's due to the excitement, right, that's been generated by the Grayscale announcement, even if it's only a potential holding, because again, not set in stone. It's just a coin under consideration. That's the official designation right now. But that's still pretty exciting. But Grayscale or otherwise, the potential here is still massive because oracles play an absolutely crucial role in blockchain. And PYTH here is one of the top players in the space. You add Grayscale's interest to that as the gravy, and you've got something that could really take off in this bull run. It is certainly well positioned to do so.
And so if this market pulls back hard under this level and then consolidates and comes back, we're likely to sell and stall.
Last but not least here, under consideration by Grayscale, is the Helium Network, ticker HNT. Now, Helium is known for its decentralized wireless infrastructure, offering a unique way to power the Internet of Things, IoT, by using blockchain technology. But Helium does not rely on traditional cell towers or internet providers. Instead, it uses a community-powered network of hotspots that allows users to earn HNT tokens by providing coverage. If Grayscale is interested in the IoT sector, then it certainly makes sense for Helium to be its target here. That's because Helium is the second largest IoT project in the crypto space by market cap, as you can see here, right behind VeChain, which sits at $1.7 billion, Helium at about $1.1 billion. And the thing is, Helium has built one of the largest decentralized wireless networks in the world, with thousands of hotspots in over 180 countries. These hotspots create a cost-effective and energy-efficient alternative to traditional wireless providers. So on that basis alone, it's very technically impressive. In terms of future potential, Helium's reach is expanding rapidly. The project recently introduced 5G coverage, which opens up even more use cases, especially in urban areas, of course. And as more industries adopt IoT solutions, Helium's decentralized model could become increasingly a major player in the space. And again, with the possibility of Grayscale backing it, Helium's visibility and demand for HNT are certainly likely to surge, and definitely more likely than not.